When the going gets tough and the tough get gone, and you feel like you are all alone. When you're in trouble, can't see your way, and you can't make it another day. Through the rain and through the fire, even in your toughest day, I'll be right there by your side. I'll be with you all. To fight the problem or to stop the problem, it's not really getting so mad at the bully. It's by saying, you know what? All of us around who may see a bullying situation happening, we're considered the bystanders. And if I can convince the bystanders to step out of the crowd and become upstanders, we can stop the problem. That's what you're going to see in the Never Ever video. And I'm going to roll that out to you in 5 basic, easy ways today. And it's going to make your school, or allow your school to continue to be the best place it can be. Let me share this stat with you. In 57% of the times when there's bullying going on in a school, whether it's cyberbullying, physical bullying, verbal bullying, in 57% of the times, if someone, just one person, would have had the courage to step out of the crowd and say something or do something, the problem stops in less than 10 seconds. Isn't that crazy? Think about that. Think about all the times maybe you felt like you've been bullied, right? Or think about all the times we've heard on the news. We've heard on the news where students have been cyberbullied, or students have been bullied physically so bad that they felt like they didn't want to go to school anymore, and some of them, unfortunately, felt like they didn't want to be here anymore. But if one of us would have just had enough courage, or some of their friends at their schools would have just had enough courage to say, hey, wait, guys, no, stop. This is not right. Don't do this. Come on, we know better than this. Don't do it. That problem would stop in less than 10 seconds, and that person wouldn't have had to go through that. In most cases, where something bad's going to happen, as a matter of fact, let me explain to you like this. The U.S. Secret Service reports in 81% of the times where we've seen something bad happen at school, another person knew about it before it happened, other than the person that did it but failed to report it. And then remember what I said about the 57%. And 57%, if someone would just, 57% of the time, if someone would just speak up and say something, the problem stops in less than 10 seconds. I stay on this point the longest because across the country, pop music, hip-hop music, rap music, pop culture has taught us, don't be a snitch. Don't ever say anything. And we're missing that. That's totally wrong. I'm not asking you to be like this tattletale, but I'm just saying, put yourself in the victim's shoes. And if something was happening to you, you would want someone to do something about it. Do the same thing for others that you would want somebody to do for you. What I'm saying is this. When you see someone being bullied, don't even have the fired up spirit to say, oh, I'm going to fight back. Don't even worry about that just yet. Just have enough courage to go over to the victim and build the victim up. That's exactly. You have the courage to do that. If you have the courage to step out of the crowd, to run over to the victim and say something or do something to build them up, you probably also have the courage to clue the person who's acting out of bullying behavior, to clue them in. And what we're saying is, be bigger than that. Be smarter than the problem. Be bigger than that problem. And don't fight back with anger. Do it in a non-violent, peaceful way. We call it find your inner peacemaker. And what we're saying is, when you have that courage to stand up, this is not like, I'm ready to fight back. No. Calm down, relax. Use this up here. Be bigger than the situation. Be wiser than the situation. And a lot of times how it plays out, a nonviolent response, all it is this. Not retweeting, not retexting, not reposting. The rumor comes to you, or the joke said around you, everyone's laughing at someone, at someone's expense, we're laughing. Not laughing, choosing to just walk away. Nope, not going to be a part of that. Why would you do those things? Why? Because if you were in the victim's shoes, around someone and say, hey, stop. Leave them alone. What needs to happen? If you're one of those people today, you need to know this. There are teachers, counselors, principals, parents, and maybe even older brothers and sisters, and possibly even friends here at your school that are here for you. What we've learned is those students and those friends that I've met on the mean streets, nicest tour ever, those students that feel like they've been bullied and they hold it inside because they're like, man, I don't want anybody to know. I'm kind of embarrassed about it. When they hold it inside, it makes it worse than it really is. And for those students that learn, matter of fact, what you have to learn even as an adult, when you have a bad day or you're struggling through something, you don't have to learn. You have to learn to share that with someone. You have to learn to open up with other people. And I'm telling you today, if you have a great idea when you leave this assembly, this is what happens. I love this. A lot of times, especially my middle school and high school students, I'll leave and they'll hit me up on Twitter, they'll hit me up on Facebook, and say, man, thanks for coming. I started this new organization at my school. It's going to make my school a better place. Or they'll say, you know what, I wrote this song. Can you check it out? Can you share it? Or I wrote this short story. I drew this picture. Whatever your gift, whatever your talent is, I'm telling you, mix it with something positive, and this is what will happen. You mix it with something positive, and you share that with the people around you. Other people will see what you're doing, and they'll get ideas, and they'll encourage you, and they'll be encouraged to do their own thing. And then ultimately, everyone around you will have their own thing going on, and you guys will support one another, and you make your school a better place. Hey, I'll be right there by your side. I'll be with you all the way, through the ups and through the downs. I'll be here until the end. Keep in mind, no matter what, through it all you've got a friend. Never ever